down there playing. Bob.
Good one, Lucy.
Oh no. Has she bumped Bob?
No, Cecil tried to ram her with a toy, and she leaned forward, put her wings out, and made a sound. He turned around and went the other way.
Oh, excellent, Lucy. Good job.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, where's your picture, Dawn?
I had to get rid of that. I was getting this is going nuts. Okay.
Oh, you're back now.
YouTube came up with the sound on, which is not supposed to do with this. People who code there, they obviously don't do it professionally. What'd you say? Bob, what did you say? Babaloo?
Babaloo. Babaloo. Oh, there we go. We've got the YouTube working now. And we have Jocelyn Triggle. Hi, Jocelyn.
Bob. Babaloo. All right, you don't need to do that. Excuse me. Move, please. Move. Peppa. Thank you.
Oh, you've got both Tritons out today.
What? Pippa is out as well?
Yeah, Pippa's on my lap.
Oh, and Babaloo is calling for Becca. Oh boy. Sorry, guys.
You can call for Becca, but she's not around.
You're a good boy, Bob. And we've got Michelle Thompson as well. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Sugar. Sugar, I can't pet you right now. I'd love to, but yeah. As I know about that face, it's staring me right now. Yes, I know. I have a ball over here if I have to throw it at you. Of course, it's light plastic. It isn't going to do anything, but...
And Falconsy is here as well. Hi, Falconsy. And she says hi to the Babaloo bird.
Oh, yeah. Good boy. If I get 20 seconds of acknowledgement from him, it's better than expected. Good boy, Bob. Good boy. Hi, Pippa. Hi, girl. Yeah, I know. Why did I bring out the monster? Because he needs to come out. That's why. Hi, Jazzy Jazzbird. At least for you. Becca's not here. Bob. I have another ball. Bob. Babaloo. Bob. Bob. That's enough. Okay, it's wiffle ball time. Bob.
Hello, it's Erin.
Oh, hey, Erin.
Hello, Erin.
How's it going?
Today, Babaloo is with us.
Oh, nice. Good old Bob. Hello to the extended flock fam.
Hello. Hello, Erin. Oh, now don't cry. You're almost sitting on my head. Becca's not here.
Oh, it's because Don is so mean and won't let Bob climb up on the ropes. He wants Becca instead.
Bob.
Becca always said yes to Bobaloo, but no.
Quiet.
And Rosebud's joined us, so hi, Rosebud.
Hello. Hello, Rosebud. One thing about Bob is I had him out here. He's been out here for an hour already. He's quiet. Soon as we go online, he starts yelling. Not that there's many neighbors.
He's
That's a good-
completely the opposite of the other birds who suddenly become stone statues when we begin a live stream, especially in the socialization room. They are running around being crazy, and Don puts the record button and suddenly everyone is standing still for exactly an hour after we end the meeting. And then Don messages me, oh yeah, the birds go crazy again.
They're too smart.
Well, you can come up, but it doesn't mean eating the shoes. These are old shoes, but comfortable, but old.
Oh yeah, I think that's the same lid that Cecil had the last time I saw him.
Yeah, he's been trying to destroy all my clothing lately. I don't know what's going on. Grab the toy, put it against me, and then poke holes in my shirts and my pants. So
Cute. Right.
That's the
Cecil.
needle and thread, though. I can't use the machine for a small hole in your shirt. He puts me to work, this boy. Don't you? Don't you?
Oh, Cecil, hearts are flying in the chat when you appear on the screen.
Is that indecision we're having there, where you just keep turning it around, or?
Right? Is that like a peanut butter lid?
Yep.
Okay. I was just gauging the size, color, all that, and thinking that's peanut butter.
Yeah, I buy the big 2-packs from Costco, so that was on
Oh, yeah.
it's not a mistake. They like it anyway. I got the crunchy peanut butter that time. I usually don't get the crunchy, but that's the one with the orange.
Oh, sorry, Don. I was going to say Goth042 says you're going to look like Tarzan soon if you can't stop Cecil's poking.
True. He's going to get me one of these days, and I'm going to yodel like Tarzan too.
Yeah, I can imagine. I've never been bit by a bird that big. I'm sure there's time. There's still time, but not yet.
Well, you don't want to die without any scars.
Oh, I've got scars already from the little guy, the little hawkhead. He's wild man.
The little ones tend to, they go back and do it again, kind of thing. With the cockatoo, it's usually one bite.
Yeah, with Spike, sometimes it's one bite, but he won't let go. That's the thing. He'll just hang off of my finger. I'll just be like, excuse me? He'll just be hanging off my finger.
Good boy, Bob. He's talking the light voice. Good boy, Bob.
Bob loves to
boy,
talk
Bob.
to all the animals outside of the aviary, it seems, including other human animals.
Somebody walked by yesterday, and that got them all going at once. And the people are looking like, "What in the world's making all that racket?" They're quiet. And then when the people are gone, they went back to being quiet. So, I know, sugar. I know what you want. It's obvious. I got Cecil on one shoulder and Sugar, and she's not actually on my shoulder. She's hanging off the aviary so that she can be close. She does not like to be on people at all. Do you, girl?
It looks so cute, like her head is growing out of your head, Don.
Pretty much. Yeah. Kind of feels that way too.
Oh my, such a busy chick.
I wasn't sure. They predict the temperature here, but it usually is hotter. Well, it's within range now. We'll be fine for another hour, but you're always guessing. They predict it's going to be 85 by 3 o'clock. Well, it might make that at 12. So
Mm. Oh yeah.
I don't know where they have their.
Beautiful at your place, Don.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
that big blue sky, not a cloud
Yeah.
in sight.
Mm.
And they have this incredible panorama view to this nearby mountain range, which is
Majestic.
visible from there. So yeah,
Yeah.
I think Lucy enjoys the panorama most of the birds. She often sits there and looks out in the distance.
if I ever get around to it, it's going to be a wider panorama because that tree has to go. Sadly,
Mm.
part of it's broken, and they call those a cedar sucker. They call them that because they suck the water out of the ground, and then they send out these huge roots and just keep making more of themselves along the line of the water. So you really want to get rid of them, but that one's got problems. It's got to go anyway. And then there's 2 more that sprouted from it that are all the way on the other side of the property. So it's chainsaw time. My first time using a chainsaw. So if I come back without a limb, you'll know why. But
Well, I hope that doesn't happen because with all these cockatoos, you need all the hands you can get.
that, yeah,
And feet.
you can have somebody come out and pay, take the trees down and pay $300 or $400 for it. You can buy a chainsaw for $100 and do it. So I've got the chainsaw, and the weather's getting about right. So I'll get out there one of these mornings and hack that thing down.
And then you can use the extra money, quote unquote, extra in this example. I know there's not a lot of that for
No.
Cecil's balls and food and medicine, all that. But, toys.
I still think then rather buying for $100 a chainsaw, I would give Babalu and Cecil 5 minutes and a little treat afterwards.
Not a bad idea.
They would probably enjoy that. Well, I have to have
Enrichment.
plant tested because you never know what's in the groundwater and if they have poison in them. But
yeah, of course, that was just
yeah.
joking.
Well, no, I'm actually wanting. I'd like to use the wood if I can, but rather than cut it down and just throw it away, it makes more sense to use it. But
True.
GTH would like to know if you think, Don, that the wood could be used for KK from the top down tree.
We just have to find out if there's any poison in it from what it sucks around. Because, like our neighbors over there, see how you don't see any weeds in their yard? Well, the reason you don't see weeds is they use poison to kill the weeds. So when you start using Roundup, that gets into the ground and then in the groundwater, and then you have strychnine in your water. So it should be illegal to use it, but in Pahrump, I don't think anything's illegal, but
Yeah, you're out in the kind of country where nobody recycles, right, Don? You guys don't have recycling out there.
we don't have recycle bins. If you want to recycle, you have to do it yourself. They won't provide a bin for it, and you've got to over by the Walmart. There's a recycling area. They don't recycle a lot though. You can take glass and metal and cardboard, and that's all they take.
That makes sense. I know plastic is the more shaky recycling system, but those other materials much easier.
Yeah. So, but if you ask people about recycling in Pahrump, they say, "Yeah, we hear people do that."
Oh yeah.
when I first got here, and I had all these boxes for moving. I had 4 or 5 trips. I took at that point. I didn't have the cages, the emergency cages in the van. So fill the van up with cardboard, go over there, dump it. Next week, go over there, full back of the truck, dump cardboard. I did that for quite a while. Now it goes in the trash can. But
if you ever have a compost, you can sometimes put the cardboard, if you like tear it up, sometimes you can put stuff like that. Not all of it though, because I know some of it's going to have some lining stuff on it.
the problem with composting is that I'd have to do the worm type, and I wouldn't be able to maintain the temperature range. That's a problem because the worms are 10 feet. The other kind of composting, 70% has to be greens. Well, I could do it when I tore the tree down for a while, that kind of thing. But all I have is what you see there, and is the roots, which is what I'm keeping them for. Last time I made a mistake. You don't want to kill the weeds, just want to cut them down. Kind of acts like grass to hold the.
Oh yeah.
So that if you don't have 70% organic, you can't really do composting. You can't. It'll go bad and just stink. So.
Right. Yeah.
So I can't do composting. Composting in the desert, that's kind of a no-no. It's pretty hard to do.
Right. It seems like, if anything, because there's probably a bunch of scavengers out there, that it might attract the wrong kind of attention to, maybe.
Yeah, I could get it far enough away where it wouldn't be an issue that way, but I just wouldn't have the greens to put in there. Are you going to keep? Are you just going to keep doing that? Are you?
Sugar's trying to get a sponsorship with a wine company.
Yeah, that would be hilarious.
The representative wine company, do you?
Mhm.
So Jocelyn Trickle would like to have an advice by you, Dawn. She's asking, how do you break the habit of Cinnamon sitting on his food dish, got to clean his food twice a day? Cinnamon is her cockatoo, 5 months old this Saturday.
Yeah, I know Cinnamon. Well, I would say multiple food dishes for a while, and then whichever one the bird doesn't go in. They also have some food dishes that are covered, which, where you put the food in there and they have to put their head in it. Not all birds will go in there though, but you can try that. If you replace it with a food dish that's covered, they can't really poop in it. It is a problem with the smaller birds. They will tend to get on their food dishes and poop in them, where that's not as big a problem with the larger parrots. They tend not to do that.
Could you maybe put a perch right next to that food dish, like a small one that would be comfy for his little feet? That would, I don't know, if it was really close by.
Yeah, or a little roof on it.
Yeah, I think I'd go with the dish with the roof, as Anne Marie put it. I would just do the dish with the roof on it. That's Bob. Those are my shoes. Thank you. You big monster. Those are my shoes. They're not meant for you to eat.
Oh.
Silly bird. There goes Cecil. Yeah.
I love when Bob hops around with his crest up. That is the cutest.
At least as long as he is on the floor, he's not allowed to go up on the perches, since Lucy is there, and the reason he was abandoned from the flock for a couple of weeks was that there was a little incident when Bob's nesting and mating behavior went too far.
Yep. Goth042 has an interesting idea. He said, can the food dish be put at an angle, something uncomfortable to perch on?
That's a possibility too. I say it'd be just easier to get a food dish where you can't. With smaller birds,
I think there are food dishes with roofs available just for the reason that the bird cannot poop in it.
This is, I won't let him up on me, so he gets a little aggressive and starts lunging. So what I do is I take a toy that he can crunch into for a while, let him crunch it. This is how I deal with the fact he wants to be up here and I won't let him, so he gets a little aggressive with me about it. And this is what we call DRA, differential reinforcement of another behavior. Yeah, if I get my mouth to work. So in this case, he is taking out his urge to be aggressive on the toy instead of on me. Not that he would bite me. He might nip me a little bit, but he just wants to be up here so bad that I give him something else to do it with. And after a while, what he realizes that it'll just become a game. He'll come up here so that I'll put a toy up there for him to play with.
So smart.
What? What's the matter, Bob? I know. The old man won't let you up here.
I don't know if we greeted Michelle Winfield, but Michelle too is here as well, and so is Spirit Matter. So hello to you guys.
Here's Bob with his little skipping run. He heard a vehicle.
Aw. He does. He skips. It's the cutest thing in the world. Right,
Yeah.
Bob?
Yeah,
Oh, it's a good boy.
he's a lovely boy.
The best.
There's an example of where you've got a bird who gets aggressive in a particular situation, and you use one of the tools of ABA to mitigate it. Now he's down there playing. But with a lot of people, you have a bird coming at you like that, you don't know what to do. But when you have a toolkit, like a carpenter has a toolkit when they're working on a house, they don't have to go out to the truck all the time. They just reach in the toolkit and pull out whatever they need, right, while they're working. So it's the be nice, don't do that. Snowball, come here, Snowball. Bob,
Good
no.
restraint, Bob. Good restraint.
Bob, behave. Good boy. Good boy. Snowball, why don't you climb higher? He's not allowed to go up there. He says, I don't know what you're telling me. Don't speak English. Yeah, and you look this, they've only been out here for about an hour, and you can see it looks like this whole area has been targeted for destruction by poop bombs, but
they get
It's
moving around out there, it loosens everything up.
what are you doing? What's this all about? What's it all about, Bob?
Does he think he's going to climb around behind you to where Snowball is, or is he just sneakily trying to get up, you think?
He's trying to get on the chair. This is where the origin of the nipping comes from, or the attempted nipping. You're not climbing up. No. Come here. Step up. Bob, step up. Step up. Step up. Come on. Step up. Good boy. Good boy. Now back down. Thank you. Don't laugh, Bob. You found that funny, did you? And this is why when I was training Bob, you didn't see him for a while because I need to be able to get him to respond. Before, when I would tell him to get on my hand, he wouldn't do it because he'd know I was going to put him where he didn't want to be. So if he's not going to respond, I have to work with him on a one-on-one situation until he does. Right, Bob?
For a sec, I saw Pippa climbing up the cage there, or the aviary, and I thought it was Bob getting up too high, but it was Pippa.
It's the other Triton, it's the Bob impersonator.
That idea, separate perch in front of it is not a bad idea. It might work. It's not as good as having a covered food bowl, but it may work. Covered food bowl and covered water bowl. You don't want them pooping in their water either.
Oh, yeah.
Most part, they won't do it. These bigger birds won't do that. They like to drink water.
Yeah.
Most of them now have figured out the Lixit bottles. So they have a bowl of water and they also have the Lixit. And if they really get thirsty, I've shown them how to use it. Eventually they start doing it. So most of them are doing that now.
That's amazing. And the Lixit bottles that you have, Don, are those just for larger animals in general, or are they specifically for parrots?
No, they're for larger animals.
Okay.
I have they have them in 16 ounce and 32 ounce. They're glass.
Wow.
And then they have a bracket. They have plastic ones too, but I would never do that for a parrot.
Yeah, the microplastics.
They'll just chew through it.
Oh,
But,
good point.
Yeah. What are you doing? What do you do? Well, you want to come down or you want to bite me? What are you trying to do? You know, trying to do.
Maybe a little bit of column A, column B,
Yeah. Did you want to come down here? Well, come on. Come on. Well, come on. Whoa, easy. There you go. You wanted to come down, huh? Okay. Sometimes when she's hanging upside down, she'll bite. It isn't that she wants to bite you, but she'll just get your fingers a little too hard. Bob's got it figured out. He knows exactly how much pressure to put, and you can't really even feel it. But with her, so much. No, you're not coming up, Bob. Sorry. Elevator broken. No, elevator broken.
She said, that's okay. I'll climb up. It's all good.
Sit on my foot if you want. That's as far as you get.
You can still climb up the escalator even when it's not moving.
Right.
Unless some parts of Philadelphia where the water is coming down, the escalator. Right, Bob? What you doing there, little girl? What you doing? What you doing, pretty jazz bird? Hi, pretty jazz. Jazzy jazz bird. What?
Oh, Lisa Banerjee is here. Hi, Lisa.
Right in the middle of a yawn. Hi, Lisa. What are you doing? You can't decide yourself, can you? She ran. I don't know if you guys saw that, but she ran right over Cecil, and he ended up hanging upside down off the rope. She just bowled right by him. That's Jasmine.
Yeah, GTH noticed. He says, I'm surprised Jasmine's barge through didn't cause a situation. Nice and chill out there.
Yeah, Cecil's pretty good about that kind of thing. He's pretty tolerant. What are you doing, Bucket Boy? Gonna knock it over?
Lisa is here and Bucket Boy appears. Can it be a coincidence? I don't think so. Today we only have one Bucket Boy. The other preferred to stay inside.
Yeah, he apparently does not need to be taken out last. And the problem is, if you take him out first, he gets aggressive with everybody. If you take him out last and he sits in your lap, he gets calm after about 5 minutes or so, and then he's fine. But I can't take him out first. So he'll come out in the next crew. He'll be the first one through.
Is he checking out Bobbaloo Bob?
He and Bob get along, so
Yeah, I hope so.
He tries to get along with it.
Oh, Bob, raining the Cecil. Good boy, Bob. Getting the hearts are flying again in the chat.
Hello, Jazz. I can't pet you, Jazz. I only have one hand available. Sorry. Well, don't look at me like that. Well, I know you want me to pet you, but you're standing on my arm.
No, that's cockatoo logic.
Yeah, he's doing fine today. Looks like he'll be making it out. We'll see what he does when I bring out KK. The problem with that, of course, is I have to leave Bob out here. I either have to bring KK out and take a chance, or I have to leave Bob out and take a chance when I go back in. What I may need to do is take one of the smaller cages and put it out here and use it as a temporary cage. Bring Bob out, put him in there, and then go get KK and then try to get him in where I can see him. That's probably how I'll have to do it. You always have to think these situations out. Leaving Bob alone in here with the other birds, I don't want to do that. KK, I don't want to do that either. After he's been in here for a while, KK, you can trust him. He won't go after another bird, but Bob, you can't trust him at any time. That isn't gonna. Depends on if I'm not around. It depends on what it gets into his head. Yes.
Balloon.
I'm so glad that I finally got him to where he can come out.
He does seem to be enjoying himself.
He's good at that. He's good at enjoying himself. Just getting along with others. That's his.
We have another chatter. We've got Cocoa babies. So hello, Cocoa babies.
Hello. Sugar, I don't think you're going to get her to move.
Lucy, I don't think so.
My shoe, that's my shoe, that's my shoe. No, we don't eat the shoe. No, Cecil. All right, come on up. Oh, you want to mess with the bucket? All right. At the end, when I'm cleaning, I pick all the toys up and put them in a bucket. Any ones that are dirty or whatever come out. What are you doing now, Bob? Do I got to throw stuff at you again? Bob. Becca's not here. Oh, there he goes.
You
Oh,
guys. No,
Flappy
everyone
birds.
started.
all over in the aviary.
You have to be careful that the aviary doesn't take off.
Is the parcel delivery coming or what has happened?
Cecil thinks it's a hawk, but I don't think so.
Okay.
Bob, what are you doing? That's just Bob. Bob's just Bob.
Even Sugar had the flappies.
I get your attention. Throwing these little lightweight pieces of wood, but throwing something like that at him is positive punishment. You're adding something to reduce or extinguish a behavior. So
And Eliza joined us in the chat, and she says that her snowbird attacks her daddy's toes all the time. So we have another shoe biter.
That's common, especially with umbrellas, to chew on shoes, but it doesn't look like part of you. It looks like something that doesn't belong there. So kind of a toy to play with. It didn't, what, it just took 2 little pieces of light wood to distract him enough where he stopped smelling. And he likes the focus being on him too. So he actually gets a little pleasure out of me tossing stuff at him because he knows I'm paying attention to him.
Hmm.
That's my shoe. That is my shoe. No, it's not your shoe. It's my shoe. No, my shoe. Don't tell me it's your shoe. It's my shoe. My shoe. No, my shoe. It's my shoe, not your shoe. It's not your shoe.
Spirit Matter says they should be called cockatoos or cockatoos.
Hey,
Eliza Vince. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. She says land shark.
shark.
You're a fan of 1970s SNL. You'll know what land shark is.
Yeah, the last television show I remember distinctly is All in the Family. So that's how long since I've watched television. What are you doing?
I wish I could say the same.
If I want to be bored, I can watch flies moving around. If you notice, they go in square motions. You kind of watch a fly.
No way. I didn't know that. But you know
Yeah,
what? If I also had double digits cockatoos, I probably wouldn't find TV that exciting either, honestly.
Well, almost better than television. Even golf is better than television.
Well. Slow down. Slow down.
I mean, playing golf is
I'm gonna have to argue with you on that point there.
I hate it's not a game really. Not play a game, but I like golf. But I'm saying I would rather go play golf than I would watch television. Sit and watch a box just throw little lights at me. Stop it. You two are double teaming me now. Stop.
They probably know it too.
Golf is like most of the places are completely full with poison just to keep everything from the grass off.
Well, like I said, I hate golf, but rather than watch TV, I'd play golf.
It is at least outside. That is the nice thing, And
there's usually trees and sky and all that kind of stuff. When you're watching, my dad, before the TV came out, when they were talking about this device, he said nobody would be interested in it. Who would want to sit and watch a box with little blinking lights on it? Makes noise. He was dead wrong, but
apparently humans.
Yeah.
And I was going to say Romeo, but he doesn't watch TV. He watches movies that are already, have been declared good movies.
Yeah, he watches movies. That's what he watches. His favorite is Honeysuckle Rose. He has something with Willie Nelson. I don't know. He likes Barbarossa because Willie Nelson is in it.
That's funny.
He's got an eclectic taste. He likes Avatar, the second one better than the first one.
Huh. That's funny. Yeah, that's quite visually stunning.
He does like a few of the parrot movies. He likes Parrots and Telegraph Hill, except the spot where they have the hawk. You hear the hawk making that. They got the picture of the hawk with the sound. Obviously, they edited the sound in. That's the kind of thing people don't realize when you're making videos. A lot of the stuff you see is edited in, background sounds, backgrounds and stuff. That's just edited. I do enough of that to know.
Any predatory bird that you'll see on TV or in a movie most likely has been overdubbed with the screech of a red-tailed hawk. I believe it's a red-tailed hawk.
Yeah. How about the Johnny White movies, the old Tarzan movies? You listen to the background, the bird sounds. And as far as I know, that particular bird isn't in Africa. I think
It's like cardinals and blue jays and robins, something like that.
They have kookaburras in there. You can hear the kookaburras in the background. Those are Australian birds.
Okay. There's always going to be a bird watcher who's going to pick that out of any media if you have misplaced a bird. And I salute those people.
It's like that silly movie Rio and the parrots with three toes. I have a parrot here with three toes on both feet, but I don't know where he lost his other toes. But they have four normal, and both those three toes. So I don't know who those people are who animated that, but they're stupid.
Yep.
Those eyes, try to make the eyes look like human eyes. It just ruins it.
It does. Parrots have amazing dinosaur eyes. No need to change them whatsoever.
Nope, you can do everything with feather position, and then the when they get aggressive, they squint them down and make them oval, that kind of thing.
Right? That way their head is, whichever their head, I can't think of the word, however their head is positioned, that can give away, more information. So yeah, there's a lot of ways you can show a wide range of, feelings through just the gestures alone.
You're not going up there. No, come here. Step up. Bob, step up. I don't want you up there. Come here. I don't want you on the ropes. Come on. Bob, come here. Come here. Step up. Bob. All right, you can sit there, but don't go up on the ropes. As if he understands the word I said, but he doesn't understand the tone of voice. Trying to get him to stop doing something. You can't come over here.
Look at that good boy. Good boy, Bob.
I used that technique on him again. I mean, you can already see he's been chewing on this quite a bit. But I know Bob. When he comes up and he's trying to pressure me to let him sit here, then I use this. And so far, it's working just fine. Yeah, look out. Like looking out there, don't you, Babaloo? You get yourself a Triton, you'll understand what it's like to have to micromanage their behavior. Where's that other Triton hanging? There you are. Hi, baby.
Hey, Pip Pip.
Did I pet the Pippa? You didn't like that, huh? I petted the Pippa. So
Snowball stalking the Moluccans back there.
Okay, you're gonna start doing that again. There he goes. See, he struck at me, but he didn't actually bite me. He just put his beak around my finger.
Oh,
And that was because I petted Pippa. And then how dare I try to pet him after I pet Pippa?
Wrong Triton.
Nutcase. Yeah, that's right. Babaloo is a nutcase.
Babaloo.
He's a cute nutcase. Hi, Cecil. Hello, Cecil bird. What are you doing? Hi, Cecil. What's up? I'm guessing camera angles here because he's. What are you doing? What are you doing? Big nut. So Sugar is playing with a toy. Jasmine is relaxing. That's the sleepy look.
Mm-hmm.
And Lucy just likes to sit in that corner and look out. Snowball's taking a break.
Mm-hmm. Sweet guy.
I'm petting Pippa now, so that's going to get me in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I've been a little slow on making videos. I'm now working on an online business to try to bring in more money because just not getting enough donations. So I'm going to start doing a part-time online business and see if I can bring in more money for the birds. So if I'm a little slow on putting up, I've got one that I've done the video on making peanut butter cookies. Birdie peanut butter cookies, but I haven't had time to sit down because I've been working on this other project. So if you notice that I'm not putting out as much, it's because I have to go to work. There's no other way. Isn't that right, Bob?
We should send Bob to work.
Mm-hmm.
He could work as a wrecking ball.
Yeah,
That
would be perfect.
In the game, the Sims, even the pets can go to work.
And I'm converting
Yeah.
a book I wrote about with a friend of mine who's a paramedic. He was doing ambulance before he did paramedics. He was one of the first paramedics. I wrote a book about that, and I'm converting that to an audio book now too. So at night, I'm doing a chapter a night, converting it. I may have to go back and do some of them over, but at least I'm good at audio editing, and I have a good microphone set up. So that's where I'm trying to get extra income so we can pay all the bills. Stop going in the red, right? Yeah. What do you think, Cecil? Here. Says, nope, that's for you and Bob. I'm not interested in that. She likes to chew on those, that sugar bird.
Oh my, I'm playing Shuk Shuk. That's amazing. Eliza Wynn says online classes would be great.
Yeah, I'm going to plan to do that too. I also want to do classes here, but I've got like 3 things in the fire, which is not unusual. But trying to hit a larger demographic. There's so many people who are interested in birds and so many people who are interested in other things. So I'm trying to hit the big one where there's a better chance first, and then I'll start doing the online classes too.
Mm-hmm. That would be awesome.
Got to play the demographics,
Yep.
And there's another suggestion by Eliza, a cockatoo cafe. Hear me out, a cockatoo cafe. You get to share cookies with cockatoos and sponsor your favorite.
That's a cool idea.
Oh.
I
That
think
is a good idea.
like cat cafe. Cafe.
Cafe.
Cafe.
That's a good
Thanks,
idea.
Lena.
Well, it's a book I have is a good book too. It's just that I didn't have anybody to promote it. I put it out on Apple and on Kindle. No print copies. My editor really liked it. Went through and did it. I'm going to rearrange some of the chapters because people tend to want all the hard hitting action up front. So I'm going to put all the everything that talks about how his life progressed. I'm going to put that back in the back of the book now. But paramedic leads a pretty interesting life, and this guy had a perfect memory. I mean, I swear, we did. I recorded, I don't know, about 200 hours of stories, and he could tell you what time of day it was, what the weather was, what everybody looked like. It was amazing. I've never met anybody with that. He has the best graphic memory of anyone I've ever known. I have no memory of yesterday, so it was interesting. So I was able to ask the.
It's always cool when people have that kind of memory.
Some of the things he saw, you wouldn't believe. Yeah, I still don't believe it. I mean, I wrote it several years ago, so I'm going through these stories, getting ready to record them. I said, my word, and I've forgotten all this stuff. Who wrote this? I don't remember writing it. The wording really. I used to have a command of English, did I? Yeah, I guess I did.
Eliza says, or an ice cream parlor, like ice cream.
An ice cream parlor. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm more interested in doing something with the birds, but at least I have some things on the fire. It took a year to write the book, so it might take me about a month to get the audio book done, maybe 2 months, and maybe that'll do better. But living alone like this with the birds, I don't talk as much, so getting my voice back to where I can change. You have to change voices with the different people he's interacting with, so I have to practice that. Sometimes I stop and keep practicing a voice till I get it right. He described the people well, so I'm able to do the voice. The one I was recording last night is they get a call to. This is when he was working for Ace Ambulance before there were paramedics. They get a call about a stabbing, so he goes there and he knocks on the door and he hears these two. I won't go into everything, but he hears these two people yelling at each other, this husband and wife yelling at, and the woman is just kind of repeating the same words over and over, and he can't really understand it. And he gets in there, and the guy's sitting in a chair, and he's like, there's something really wrong with that. And one of his companions with them was just coming along. He's not on the job that day. He just happened to be there, and he came along. So they're looking at this guy, and they're staring, and they're not doing anything. So he tells them, come on, go out and get a sheet and get some alcohol swabs. And he's got them going. What the guy did was he was so disturbed about his life, he actually used the knife on himself. And I mean, when you read it, it's like, oh, this couldn't possibly have happened. And then he's like smoking cigarettes and dumping the ashes in his wound. It's just,
Oh,
yeah. And so so RJ is just looking at it, and he's frozen in space. He can't believe it, so he's not moving. And the guy who wasn't even on the clock is like, go out and get this and get this. And, and then they had to transport him to the hospital. The thing about paramedics is they do something like that. They don't know whether the guy lived or not. There's no way, because they go from that to another job. And, ambulance attendants, they didn't have to know a heck of a lot. They just had to take Red Cross, first aid, sections 1 and 2. That's all you had to have to be an ambulance guy. To be a paramedic, you have to be basically a nurse practitioner. You have to be that level. So,
wow.
He was one of the first 20 that went into that program. You got on my lap, you little dude. Well, you can't stay on my lap. Are you going to take that away from me so I can't use it on you? Is that the idea? Hmm? Yeah, you threw it away. Well, I'll take it back. Sneaky. Very sneaky. See, he knew I was just. So reading something like that, so you have to stop and think, oh my word. There were so many situations that he got into. Bob, stop it. Stop it. There's not much of this basket left. I'm going to have to use something else. They sent him at one point. They sent him to down to Watts, and they were just trying to get rid of him because he was get off my lap, because he was one of those guys that would bring up if there's a problem. He would bring it up. We're not doing this right. We're not doing. So they moved him several times, but he said that when he was, what happened to the toy now that I was using? Oh, there it is, right in front of me. He said when Thanksgiving came around, he had worked in plenty of places where rich people lived, and then so here he is living where poor people live, and he said they would have to call up other fire stations and say, would you like a turkey? Because we've got like 6 turkeys here, because the people in the poor sections of town appreciated having them there to help, but the other folk didn't. So they call up these rich sections in Los Angeles, like Beverly Hills, say, you guys want we got turkey with all the trimmings. We got quite a few of them. Do you want one? And the people in the firemen in Beverly Hills get nothing. Stop that. No.
Those with the least tend to give the most. That's a pretty accurate portrayal.
There's heartwarming.
By the way, am I hallucinating, or can you guys also hear someone's Outlook going ping in the background?
Yeah, me too sometimes, but I don't use Outlook, so it's certainly not me.
That is definitely not me at my work desk moderating for the Chloe Sanctuary. I'm so sorry. Let me just back away.
No offense.
It's not a problem. I was just really baffled because I was like, who among us is like using Windows right now? Pippa must be very mad.
Yeah, Pippa doesn't appreciate that. What are you doing?
I like that. Nice hat.
Bob, you got a good hat on.
Matches your crest.
Yeah, it fits.
Yep.
See, he's doing this to me because I won't let him on the chair. So he's getting aggressive about the fact that he wants to be on the chair. But as soon as I let him near me on the chair, then he starts getting aggressive to all the birds. So can't have that.
Yep. Redirect. Look at this fun basket.
Sometimes just showing them the object that you're using to keep them in line will do it. But with Bob, it's hard to say.
He's a wild card.
He is. If he's pounding the bars, you got to watch him close. Although I haven't had a bite in so long, it might be a good refresher. But now that's stereotypic behavior. So when he starts doing that, where he's climbing the bars like that, you got to watch him because he's getting upset.
Have I now made a Windows sound? Dun-dun-dun. Or has it filtered it out?
If
Well,
it's
if you're
a
here,
USB sound, then I think it filters it out.
No, it was something with my, I don't know, system message, something, blah, blah.
yeah, with Apple, if there's any sounds like that you get a notification or whatever, the other person can't hear it, or the other people in the chats can't hear it. But it blocks all that stuff out. But with Windows, it's a toss up.
Where's Pippa? She usually starts to chatter happily when we have bad words for Windows and Bill.
He's sitting right there.
Hi, Pippa. Steve rocks.
Yep.
Pippa, do you love
Oh.
Steve?
Aggressive too, is I don't have my AirPods in, and he can hear the phone, so
Poor Bob.
he's doing pretty well. Looks like I never clean him. I clean him twice a day, and he doesn't look like he gets cleaned at all. But he's not prolapsed, so that's what matters. You flipping out, Bob? Is there some reason you have to sit there? My neck is going to get stuck in this position,
It's probably the opinion you wouldn't have to if you let him sit on you.
Yeah. I'm sure.
But he's such a good boy today. We have now a complete hour of Babaloo being a good boy.
Yeah, you're doing really well, Bob.
He's so chilled out. Not like that chick who is like, pet my beak, preen me.
She's going after Cecil for the. Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh.
That's funny when she looks so adorable, even when she goes for Cecil. I don't know if he thinks also that she looks adorable when she does it. I wonder.
He'll eventually do what he's doing now, just stop preening her and preen himself. And then she'll look at him like, what's wrong with you? You're supposed to preen me. If she preened him back, it would be different, but I haven't seen a serum cockatoo preen back yet.
Well, maybe one day. Actually, I think Sugar is the most likely. Because she gets often Cecil's head on her beak, so
she gets close.
She just needs to do the movement and realize that, oh, I can preen other birds.
And Jazz has stopped her mutilating, so she's back on her normal dose of medicine now.
Well, that's good. Well done, Jazz.
Yeah, she still plays with that area, but just the feathers. She's not checking. She does it lightly, so she's just messing with the feathers. Once they get a spot they're working on their skin, it's really hard to get them to stop, so. I got to keep an eye on her, but she's doing okay right now. It's just I don't like her working that particular area. That's where she starts, but she is just doing the feathers. Well, Bob, you going to say goodbye to everybody? It's that time. Bob? I know. No matter how much I clean you, there's always more cleaning to do, isn't there, Bob? You just have to get on me, don't you? You don't have to be on me, Bob. Can you say goodbye to everybody?
I think we should say read the words from Lisa Banerjee at the end. Don, we all appreciate you letting us into your cockatoo life. You have a heart of so much love for your beautiful flock.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I do. I love these guys.
They're special little souls.
They're very lovable.
What do you think, Cecil? Are you lovable? He's a little Casanova, that one.
He's the most. He's my personal little favorite. Bob's close second.
Okay, guys. Well, it's Wednesday, so we'll see you next Monday. I'm going to try to get some things out for you. Depends on if anything drops in my. So I got all kinds of projects to try to fund this. So, right, Pippa? Pippa says, as long as you're using Apple devices, I'm okay with it.
I was going to say all hands on deck, but really it's all talons on deck. Aviary. I don't know. But thank you so much, Don. And thank you, Extended Flock family, for stopping by to hang out with us.
Thanks for coming, everybody. And thanks, Don, for the live stream.
Thanks, Amy. Thanks, Eleanor. And thank you, Aaron, for your moderation. And I'll try to live in moderation the rest of the week. So that's a different kind of, no little equivocation there. We'll see.
See you